Hello, I'm Michael from Trike Bike Australia. We've been specialising in adult tricycles since 2007 with a strong focus on stability, comfort and real-world usability for Australian riders. The Trike Bike CHILL is our new semi-recumbent electric tricycle designed for people who want to keep riding, but in a way that feels relaxed, safe and confident. It's ideal for riders who may have balance concerns, joint pain, reduced mobility, or who simply don't feel comfortable on a traditional two-wheel bike anymore. What really sets the Trike Bike CHILL apart is the riding position. You sit lower with proper back support and your weight evenly distributed. This reduces strain on your knees, hips, lower back, shoulders and wrists. And for many people, it immediately feels more natural and stable. Getting on and off the CHILL is easy thanks to the low step-through design, and the controls are simple and intuitive. You don't need advanced cycling skills. If you can rotate the pedals, you can ride again. The electric assist is smooth and predictable. It supports you when you need it, helps with hills and longer distances, and allows you to ride further without fatigue or stress. With 3 wheels and a low centre of gravity, the Trike Bike CHILL feels planted and secure, especially at low speeds or when stopping and starting. For many riders, it's not about speed or performance, it's about comfort, confidence and independence. And for some people, it's the difference between staying at home and getting back out into the world again. That's what the Trike Bike CHILL is all about. The Trike Bike CHILL is fitted with LED lighting and indicators for visibility and safety. LEDs are bright, energy efficient, and designed to last virtually forever. The headlight outputs 40 lumens, which is very bright for night and low light riding, and it can be turned on and off directly from the handlebar, so you stay in control without taking your hands off the trike. At the rear, the Trike Bike CHILL uses a combined LED taillight and brake light, so you're clearly visible when riding and when slowing down. The integrated indicators are visible both from directly behind and from the side, which is a really important safety feature, especially around intersections, shared paths and traffic. At the rear, the Trike Bike CHILL features a removable basket that can be taken off the tricycle in just seconds. It's designed to double as a shopping basket, so you can unclip it, fold up the handles, and take it straight into the shops with you. When you're finished, it clips back onto the trike just as easily. And if the basket isn't fitted, the rear rack can also be used on its own for carrying cargo or securing other items. The seating on the Trike Bike CHILL is all about comfort and adjustability. The base of the seat is 42 centimetres wide, which makes it one of the widest bicycle seats I've ever seen, and it provides excellent support without pressure points. The backrest is made from breathable mesh, so it's comfortable in all conditions and doesn't trap heat. Both the seat base and the backrest are fully adjustable. The seat can slide forward and down or backwards and up, making it suitable for riders of almost any size. The backrest also adjusts forwards and backwards for precise comfort, and all of these adjustments are handled by easy-to-use locking levers. It's quite simply the most comfortable tricycle I've ever ridden. The Trike Bike CHILL features fully adjustable suspension that smooths out bumps and uneven pathways, and when combined with the seat, it delivers the smoothest ride possible, the Cadillac of tricycles. Power comes from the Ananda M100 mid-drive motor, delivering 500 watts and a massive 130 Newton meters of torque. It can be used as pedal assistance or via the throttle, giving the Trike Bike CHILL excellent hill climbing ability with smooth, controlled power. The handlebars on the Trike Bike CHILL are designed for comfort, access and flexibility. In their standard position, around 99% of riders can get on and off the tricycle easily without any issues. But if you're restricted in your movement, a larger rider, or someone transferring from a wheelchair and needing extra space, the handlebars can be easily adjusted. You can change the angle up or down to suit different riding styles or access needs, and they also adjust in and out so you can achieve the perfect arm and hand position. This makes a big difference to comfort, especially on longer rides. All adjustments are handled by high quality, easy to use locking levers that are solid, secure and simple to operate. Braking is handled by hydraulic disc brakes with 3mm thick rotors, which is 30% thicker than even most cargo tricycles. They're designed to run for thousands of kilometres with minimal maintenance, while delivering strong, controlled stopping power without needing to aggressively squeeze the brake levers. The control display on the Trike Bike CHILL is simple, clear and very easy to use. On the left hand side, you can turn the tricycle on and off and select the different riding modes depending on how much assistance you want at any time. The display itself is bright and easy to read, even in full daylight, so all your key information is visible at a glance while riding. Importantly, all of these functions are controlled directly from the handlebars, so you never need to take your hands off the grips, which is a big advantage for safety and confidence on the road or on shared pathways. The Trike Bike CHILL uses an 8-speed gearing system that's changed by simply rotating the handle. A unique advantage of this setup is that you can change gears even when you're not pedaling, which makes starting, stopping and riding in traffic or on hills much easier. A built-in parking brake securely locks the tricycle in place, which is extremely useful when parking in public areas or on sloped ground. Full mudguards keep water off you and are securely mounted, far stronger than those on most other tricycles. A full chain guard completely covers the chain and front sprocket for safety and cleanliness. The riding modes on the Trike Bike CHILL control pedal assistance only and don't affect the throttle at all. You can change modes at any time by using the plus and minus buttons to cycle through the different levels. And if you want zero electric assistance, simply press the minus button until you reach the off mode. The display on the Trike Bike CHILL can show a wide range of trip information while you're riding. This includes the odometer, trip distance, trip time, current motor power usage, and how much battery capacity you have remaining. You can choose exactly which of these details you want to see and which you don't by turning each option on or off in the settings. That way, you get the information you find useful without cluttering the display or creating information overload. Okay, I want to show you how good the turning circle is on these tricycles. So you can see there, I'm almost turning in my length. So you can see there that the full 360 degree turn is about 2.4 metres, 2.5 metres. So let's run through how the throttle works on this. So I'm just coasting along I'll go to power setting, I'll go to gear number 1 and I'm going to engage full throttle, so I won't pedal. The acceleration, as you'll see, is really brisk. So it's giving us the most amount of power and acceleration, but we're limited to 14 kilometres an hour. I'm going to go from, say, gear number 1 to gear number 3. Click, click. Now it'll engage again, so we'll speed up. So now we're up to, say, 20 kilometres an hour. Click, click. I'm going to go to gear 5. And we're going uphill. We've got a strong breeze.
but you'll see we just keep increasing our speeds. Okay, again, gear number 7. Now as we change gears, I'm not even letting off on the throttle. I'm just leaving the throttle on, and the bike is smart enough to know that it's changing gears, so it momentarily releases the throttle, changes a gear, and then it engages again. So we're going pretty well. We're on gear 7, 28, 29 kilometres an hour. We're going uphill, and we've got a lot of headwind. You'll see now we're getting steeper, so it's slowing down. I'm going to go back to gear 5. Okay, here we are with the wind behind us. We're in number 8 gear, and we're going slightly downhill. So we're getting up to 37, nearly 38 kilometres an hour, which is about as fast as it'll go with a bit of help. Normally it'll sit on that 25 to 28 without too much trouble. Now you'll see how stable it is. I can wobble the handlebars, but it keeps tracking perfectly straight. I can hear the motors kick back in again. It was just coasting going down the hill. So the good thing with this design and the way it's set up is that it won't just keep going faster and faster and faster. It's been designed to do that 25 to 28 kilometre an hour, because most of the time a tricycle is a lot heavier loaded, so it just doesn't go as fast. Okay, we're cresting the top of the hill and we're going downhill again. I'm not doing any pedalling, so I'm showing 32. Seems to be comfortable at about 32. We get a bit steeper here. 33. But at these speeds, it's just so stable. There's zero chance of tipping at these speeds. Even if I'm quite aggressive, the bike just moves. It's got no tendency to start swaying. You can't induce sway into it. Some trikes you can start shaking them and it'll introduce a sort of a shudder. This just sits there, absolutely stable and perfect. Okay, we're going uphill again. Just a little bit of uphill, and then we go back down onto the road. So as I come up to an intersection where I've got to slow, I'm just going to drop back a couple of gears. Actually, no, I won't. I'll leave it in gear number 8. And you'll see that in gear 8, it's very slow off the mark. And that's loading up the motor, trying to do a lot of work to accelerate away. Whereas to make it easier, I should drop it down to say 3rd or 4th. When you're riding this, you've got to think of it like driving a car. You've got to be in the right gear for the right situation. And that's really good because it gives you so much better efficiency. So, we're at the road. I've just got to stop and get across. I've remained in gear 8. So I'll get a little bit of a surge because I'm going downhill off the gutter. Let me just give this, oh, there's a car coming. Okay, lights are changing. So I'm going to give it full throttle. You see, it's very slow off the mark. It's only just pulling away, and that's because I'm in too high a gear. So I'm going to go down to gear 4 and we'll watch it accelerate now. It's accelerating much quicker. So I'm getting up to the highest of gear 4. So I'm going to go to gear 6. There's a bit of sand on the track here. You can take any obstacle with ease, this trike.
The new Trike Bike CHILL represents everything we've learned from nearly 20 years of specialising in adult tricycles. The CHILL combines outstanding comfort, stability and ease of use into one carefully engineered design that has been more than 12 months in development with our overseas mobility experts. With its relaxed semi-recumbent seating position, smooth adjustable suspension, powerful mid-drive motor and intuitive controls, the CHILL is designed to help people keep riding safely and confidently. It's easy to get on and off, comfortable over long distances and stable in real-world Australian conditions. Available from 2026 exclusively through Trike Bike Australia, and our authorised dealers, the Trike Bike CHILL, is set to become the most popular tricycle in the Australian market for people with mobility challenges and age-related concerns. Quite simply, it's one of the most comfortable, stable and easy to ride tricycles ever made. And for many riders, it will be life-changing.